Well, Bruce Springsteen will provide the halftime histrionics, the Super Bowl halftime show presented by Bridgestone. He gave a news conference this afternoon, his first in 21 years. He talked to our Rich Eisen afterwards.
It is an honor and a pleasure to have on NFL Network Mr. Bruce Springsteen.
Hello.
Good to see you, Bruce. How are you?
Nice to see you. Good.
For 20 years, you had an opportunity, at least 20 years, to do a Super Bowl, maybe even longer than that. Why now? Why do a Super Bowl with the E Street Band right now?
Well, it's funny. They just asked me in the other room. I said, well, we do have a record coming out this week.
Yes, you do.
So that
came out Tuesday, as a matter of fact.
That has something to do with it. You know, I think that over the past 4 or 5 years, Don Misher and his production crew have really moved the thing from being where it was kind of a novelty, you know, into a place where you could go and take your band and you know, whether it was U2 or Tom Petty did it last year, and you could go and just be who you were and have 12 minutes to address that big audience, which is great. And he really turned it into something that was more than just sort of I thought more than a novelty show, you know. So it was like, and it was kind of those, well, we've waited and waited. They've asked for a long time, and the band's been getting better and better as we've gone along. We had band played on its last tour just as I think the best we ever played in our lives. We're making records now that I believe are as good as any records we've ever made. Very proud of that fact, and we want to attract people's attention to that. You know, simple as that. You know, it's the fact that the band is really at its height of its powers right now, which is very exciting, and so you want people to see that. You know, and so the Super Bowl gives an opportunity for us to do that.
So you're in the 25th anniversary of Glory Days. Could these actually be your band's Glory Days right now?
Well, you try to keep them coming, you know, but as best as you can, you know. It's I do think the band is going through a little golden period right now, where we're which I hope would continue, you know. But we've really made 3 records in a row that I'll put up against any 3 records in a row that we've made previously, you know, and so it's just a great moment, and everybody's here, and you know, we lost a member last year, and so you go, well, this is, you know, time is now to. It's kind of the biggest show on earth, you know, the Super Bowl. So it's like, say, well, let's do it now, you know. So
and there's a rumor going around Tampa that Glory Days is on the set list, Bruce.
I am contractually. There's an omerta clause.
A set list
omerta? There is an omerta
right
clause in the NBC contract that I can't comment on.
So then we can move on. In terms of your music, what does it mean to you that your music means so much to so many people?
It's a big part of what you lived for, you know, and what you've lived for, really. I started making music when I was young, whether I knew it or not, because I wanted to start a conversation. I wanted to start a conversation about what it meant to be alive, basically, you know. And we did that, you know. I found people to talk to. I found an audience to talk to and to listen to also, because they talk back. And so that was what I was aiming for from my very first record. I knew that I had a couple of opportunities previous to that, but I was aiming to start a fun but serious conversation with people that I was going to take a lifelong journey with.
And this stage that you have on Sunday, is that just an extension of wanting to continue to affect people, just these 12 minutes that you have, wanting to utilize it, certainly in the times we live in?
The country's going through tough times. You know, our job on Sunday, we're throwing a little 12-minute party. We want to come out, put a smile on people's faces, inspire a little bit, and it's another experience that you have with your audience, you know, and that's become the Super Bowl has become, it's a national experience. So it's an experience that you have with the entire country and by extension the world. That's something that we've been interested in that kind of conversation in a lot of different ways, whether it's sort of the way we had it previous to the inaugural, or the way we'll have it on Sunday, but also just the way we have when we come into your town and we do our job on any Friday or Saturday night, you know. So it's just a different piece of that big puzzle.
And as we wrap up, can you call an audible in the Super Bowl on your set list? I know this is the Omerta thing, but you're known for doing that.
I'm going to have to ask Don Missioner about that one. You know,
I mean,
here's the story. You understand?
Right.
We're just there to make the fireworks look good.
Yeah, right.
So it's got to be right, you know.
But I mean, I know they're all set. There you go. Let's not do that. Let's do this.
I'd have to first yell out, no, the red fireworks, not the blue ones this time.
Bruce, it's an honor. It really is. A kid from Staten Island chatting with you. This is something certainly that the network cherishes, that you stop by NFL Network. That is Bruce Springsteen, rock and roll Cleveland class of 1999, 18-time Grammy Award winner, right here on NFL Network.